ठीक है, हो रहा है स्टार्ट। ठीक, हाय, welcome back again. We will be discussing radiology in 3 or 4 parts, small parts. Okay, the most important subject in image based questions will be your radio and derma or skin. Okay, major bulk of image based question will be from these two subject only. That doesn't mean that you are going to skip the other subject, because last time how many questions came from image based question? How many? There were about 30 to 35. Okay, so you should know each and every images from each and every subject. Okay, so now let's get started. This is the image of esophageal web. Esophageal web. See, this is your esophagus. Okay, and there will be presence of connective tissue web like this. Not fully, partially there is presence of web, and it will be present in upper esophagus. Upper part of esophagus. Okay, next, this is your Schatzki's ring. Schatzki's ring. See, ring is circular, right? So in esophagus you will have circular layer of connective tissue. Okay, so it will restrict the distension of lower esophagus. Okay, it is a mucosal ring. Okay, which restrict distension of lower esophagus, and the investigation of choice for Schatzki's ring is barium swallow. Remember, in esophagus, if you are going to do barium study, it will be barium swallow only. Okay, now recent MCQ. This is your Zenker's diverticulum. Okay, how it is formed? It is a false diverticulum and it is formed due to increased pressure, okay, which lead the outpouching from Killian's dehiscence, right? Dehiscence. Okay, now the recent MCQ. Killian dehiscence is formed by thyropharyngeus, and cricopharyngeus. This one is also thyropharyngeus. Okay. This triangle is called as Killian's dehiscence. See. Okay, and the outpouching comes out from the Killian's dehiscence. Okay. Now, thyropharyngeus is supplied by pharyngeal plexus. Pharyngeal plexus. And cricopharyngeus supplied by recurrent laryngeal nerve. Okay, due to lack of nerve supply or weak nerve supply, this muscle get weakened and the outpouching comes out. Okay, and the investigation of choice for this is also your barium swallow. Okay, investigation of choice for Zenker's diverticulum is also barium swallow. Okay, next, what is this? This is your leiomyoma. Leiomyoma of esophagus. Esophagus will have myoma and it will look like something like this. Okay, see, right, it went from here to here, right, and the most common location for this is lower two-third. Lower two-third of esophagus. Lower two-third of esophagus. And the investigation of choice for this also will be barium swallow, right? Okay, see, this is the image of esophageal varices. Okay, first, which give worm-like or serpentine feeling defect. On barium swallow. This one, this one, this one. These are the defects which will be seen in esophageal varices. Now, see, this is called as yours bird beak appearance. What is this? Bird beak, parrot beak, pencil tip appearance, right? This is mostly seen in achalasia cardia than the cancer esophagus, right? Bird beak is more common in ecclesiocardia, and the rat tail is more common in cancer esophagus than the ecclesiocardia. Okay, than the ecclesiocardia. Both look similar, so you will not have both the option in the question if image is going to come. But if one liner will come, there will be both options. So if bird beak you will see, you will mark ecclesiocardia, and rat tail will go for your carcinoma. Okay, now let us discuss something about ecclesiocardia. It is due to selective loss of myenteric neurons in Auerbach's plexus, okay, which lead to failure of relaxation of LES, lower esophageal sphincter. Okay, this has already been asked, so you should know it. Okay, now the clinical feature: dysphagia. More to liquid than to solid. What is the difference between ecclesiocardia and GERD? You can differentiate on dysphagia. Ecclesiocardia, the dysphagia will be progressive, and in GERD, the dysphagia will be intermittent. Okay, this is the difference. When you are going to solve the questions, you should know these small in between lines to solve any damn question. Okay, there will be short question from GIT, and the second will be regurgitation. And weight loss. And the investigation of choice is your the same which I am telling you again and again, and the gold standard or confirmatory investigation is yours manometry. Order been asked. Okay, next let us discuss little bit about carcinoma esophagus also, because you have got the questions already on carcinoma esophagus. So let us discuss. Most common type: which one? This has already been asked. Squamous cell. Most common site, this also has been asked, is your middle 1/3. If you will divide esophagus in 3 parts, this part is the most common site. Okay, and most common site for adenocarcinoma of esophagus is your lower one third. So remember it. These three has been already asked. Okay, and also in the respector they have asked the deficiency of which minerals or vitamins will cause cancer esophagus. That is A, C, E, zinc, selenium, and your molybdenum. This was the answer for that when it came. Now, first investigation is your barium swallow. Investigation of choice for diagnosis is your endoscopic biopsy. Mark my wordings, okay? Investigation of choice for diagnosis. Investigation of choice for staging endoscopic ultrasound. For staging it will be endoscopic ultrasound. Now, investigation of choice for distant metastasis. Is your PET scan. Remember, when you will get question on the investigation of choice for distant metastasis for all the cancer, most of the time answer is your PET scan. Okay, so you should remember the cancer. For that, the distant metastasis, we will not use PET scan. Okay, that's a trick. Next, the wine bottle opener, right? This has already been asked. This is your cork screw deformity or corkscrew appearance, where it is seen. Diffuse esophageal spasm, DES, right? To diagnose DES, how much pressure should be increased? It is more than 30 mmHg. Okay, and also there is one more, nut cracker esophagus, right? And here the pressure will be increased by how much? It will be increased by more than 180. And remember, nutcracker esophagus is a most common motility disorder of esophagus. Nutcracker esophagus is the most common motility disorder of esophagus. Okay, and tell me, DES mimic the angina or MI? How to differentiate DEC from MI? That is, in DES, ECG will be normal, right? ECG will be normal because it is not the heart condition, right? Now, this is your cupola sign. Cupola sign. When you will see air under the central tendon, okay, and here also, mainly this one, air under central tendon of diaphragm, okay, this is called as cupola sign, seen in pneumoperitoneum. Pneumoperitoneum means air under the diaphragm, right? So, cupola sign. This is your football sign. Right? This is your football sign, also seen in pneumoperitoneum. Okay? No rocket science. This is the easy one. Now there we had already 3-4 sessions, so you know my name, right? And the peoples who loves me called me V. Okay, and the people who don't love me, they will call me inverted V. So inverted V sign. Inverted V sign. This is also seen in pneumoperitoneum. Okay, this is free air around the lining of umbilical ligament. Free air around the lining of umbilical ligament. This is your inverted V sign, seen in again pneumoperitoneum. When you will take lateral decubitus view in supine position of patient, the air which is present in the pneumoperitoneum will go to the side which is upward. See, if I am sleeping like this and we are taking X-ray, so air will come above, right? So this is the air and this one is the fluid. Okay, now there are more sign for pneumoperitoneum, but you should know only the names. Okay, why I am telling you, you are not supposed to go for each and every image in the book. Okay, because you will not understand so many things if you are going to study it together. Okay, the other sign which will be seen is Urachus sign, Regular sign, then ligament teres sign, and falciparum ligament sign. Falciparum ligament sign. These are the signs which will be seen in pneumoperitoneum. Now, this is the image of Hampton's line. What I am saying? Line. There is one more Hampton's which will be seen in pulmonary embolism. Hampton's hump, which will be seen in pulmonary embolism. We will discuss in next session. See, this line is called as Hampton's line. Normally, the stomach is like this, right? Stomach is like this. Now, what happens? In gastric ulcer, there is outpouching of mucosa, right? So, this line you will see is called as your Hampton's line. Okay, this will be called as Hampton's line. Now, how many of you know this instrument? You would have seen this in the old movies. This is called as accordion. Accordion, right? So we are talking about accordion sign. Right? Here also you can appreciate accordion sign is seen in pseudo membranous colitis. Pseudomembranous colitis. You will see accordion sign in pseudomembranous colitis. Okay. Next. What is this? This is your sawtooth appearance. Sawtooth appearance seen in, this has already been asked, this is seen in diverticulosis. diverticulosis. On colonoscopy, you will see the diverticula in the colon, right? You will see diverticulas going out of colon, right? And the investigation of choice for diverticulosis, I am saying culosis. This is your barium enema. Barium enema. Why I am saying culosis? There is one more thing. Investigation of choice for culitis, inflammation of diverticulas, right? Litis and losses. For this is your CECT, investigation of choice for diverticulitis and culosis. Endings change the investigation, so you should be careful. Okay, in diverticulitis, this diverticula will be filled with the fluid because of inflammation. This has already been asked. This is your apple core deformity seen in carcinoma colon, right? When you will eat the apple and you will leave the inner part, this will look like something like this, right? This is called as apple core deformity seen in carcinoma colon. This has already been asked. Now, this is the image of coffee bean sign or inverted U sign or ace of spade sign. Coffee bean sign. It is seen in sigmoid volvulus. It is seen in sigmoid volvulus. See, I am taking your classes little bit faster, so when you will come to the end, when your exam will be nearer, when you are going to watch image based session, you will not waste much time. That's why I am taking it faster. I can go slow, I can take 1 hour session for 3 hours, but it will be full of waste. So that's why I am taking your session faster. Okay, coffee bean sign. Here, what is this? This is again bird big sign on barium enema. Bird big sign on barium enema is seen in where? It will be seen in sigmoid volvulus. And bird big sign on barium swallow, just before 5-10 minutes before I told you, it is seen in achalasia cardia or carcinoma esophagus, right? Remember, there are two bird big. Now, in the childhood, we used to watch a advertisement, Whirlpool, right? This is your Whirlpool sign. Whirlpool sign is seen in mid gut volvulus. It is seen in mid gut volvulus. This is, if you can see, this is the outer lining of intestine. See, there is gap in black and white shadow, right? Right? This is called as step ladder pattern. It is seen in small bowel obstruction. It is seen in small bowel obstruction. Now see, here you can see intestine is large, right? So it will be large intestine and it is looking blackish, more blackish, right? More blackish. It is due to solid feces, solid tutty, you can say, solid feces sign. So we will call it solid feces, and there are haustration fold. See, right? There are haustrations fold. Means, see, this is the intestine. There will be some kind of folds due to compression of large intestine, right? Because there are so many feces inside, so it will compress it. It is seen in large bowel obstruction. It is seen in large bowel obstruction. Now, this has already been asked. Single bubble sign. Single bubble. It will be seen in congenital hyperpyloric stenosis, CHPS. Okay, it will be seen in congenital hyperpyloric stenosis, hypertrophic pyloric stenosis. Okay, and here this has already been asked, the same image and the second bubble. So double bubble, it will be seen in duodenal atresia. It will be seen in duodenal atresia. Single bubble will be seen in CHPS and double bubble will be seen in duodenal. There are more. 1, 2 and 3, right? So triple bubble. Triple bubble will be seen in jejunal atresia, right? Now see, there are more than 3 air fluid levels, right? There are more than 3 air fluid levels. So it will be called as multiple, multiple bubble. Multiple bubble will be seen in ileal atresia. These all 4 image has been asked as a one-liner or as an image. So you should know it carefully. Now see, we are going to discuss IBD, inflammatory bowel disease. This is the most important disease in whole GIT. You should know each and every point about the disease. Okay, so read it carefully. This is your target sign. Target sign. Okay, target. And now we will come on, sorry, see the line. This line is called as string sign. Okay, this part will be your, see my shoulder, it look like something the same, right? So it is called as shoulder sign. Okay, this will be called as shoulder sign. And if you can appreciate, this one, it look like something like mushroom. So the sign will be mushroom sign. Okay, there are one more sign. See, here you can see 2 track, right? So it will be double track sign. Okay, and there is one more sign which is called as cervic sign. Tell me, all this sign is seen in, this is seen in congenital hypertrophic pyloric stenosis. These all signs are seen in congenital hypertrophic pyloric stenosis. Target sign, string sign, mushroom sign, shoulder sign, double track sign, and the cervix sign. These all are seen in CHPS. So you should know each and every sign because all has been asked. Now we will come on IBD. This stone you will see in the garden near the pool. Okay, this is called as cobblestone appearance, right? Cobblestone appearance due to deep fissuring ulcer around the inflamed mucosa. Means mucosa is getting fibrosed from the outside, right? That's why we call it cobblestone appearance, seen in Crohn's disease. Seen in Crohn's disease. Now, this is your fat hollow sign, also seen in Crohn's disease. Okay, see, suppose this is your bowel wall, it is getting thickened due to fat deposition, right? It is getting thickened. See, this is the bowel and the wall is getting thickened, right? Here also the same, wall is getting thickened. That's why we called it fat hollow sign, seen in Crohn's disease. Now tell me, there are some other point we should know about Crohn's disease, that is, there is presence of skip lesion. Means, suppose this is your GI tract, right? There will be presence of skip lesion. Means one lesion will be here, one lesion will be here, one lesion will be here. Okay, there is no continuation of inflammation in Crohn's disease, and this will be your transmural ulcer. Okay, and pseudo sacculation. Pseudo sacculation means there is formation of sac in the GI tract. There will be formation of sacs. Pseudo sacculation. Now, next image is string of Cantor. String of Cantor. It is due to fibrosis of ulcerated mucosa, right? This is also seen in Crohn's disease. Okay, string of Cantor. When you will pull the rope and the last thread which will be remain in that tension, this is called as string of Cantor. Sorry, this is your lead pipe appearance, right? This is your lead pipe appearance seen in ulcerative colitis. Okay, other point to remember is there will be mucosal Granularity. There will be mucosal or granularity, pseudopolyps, crypt abscess. Already been asked. And the mucosa which is involved is your superficial mucosa. Superficial mucosa. Next, what is the answer for this question? Fleschner sign. I am saying Fleschner sign. Is it keratoconus? Right? No. The answer is ileocecal TV. This will have Fleischer's ring. Fleischer ring. And here in Wilson disease you will have Kaiser-Fleischer ring. Right? Do not get hyper excited when you will see such type of question. Okay, answer is not A every time. Okay, if you are going to mark answer as A, be sure about it. Next, this is your Fleischer sign or inverted umbrella sign. Inverted umbrella sign. Now this thing you would have eaten already. This is your donut sign or target sign, seen in intussusception. Seen in intussusception. This is your claw sign. Panja. Claw. Claw sign also seen in intussusception. See, the intestine become giving the appearance like coiled structures. Coiled spring sign. Coiled spring sign also seen in intussusception. See the intussusception. The one bowel is going inside the other bowel. This has also been asked. Okay, image came before, so remember it. We will be taking radiology in 3 to 4 parts. Okay, in the radiology you should remember most important part is your chest, means the lung. Okay, chest. Second is your GIT, and third is your normal anatomy on imaging. There will be short MCQ from all the 3 topics. Most important topics are chest, GIT and normal anatomy. So remember it carefully. Okay, see you in the next session. Thank you.